So by the way, this was the other side of the code, at least in terms of the spell I'm using. Pause if you want to look at the code at any length, otherwise I'm just going to switch back. And I realized as I was working on something else for World of War custom contents, very slowly, by the way, as we get Azul Scars, is that I realized after I started recording, but I mean, yeah, I realized after I started recording that I didn't need to do anything new for the moment, because I didn't even get to display the character properly, or the mechanics properly. But then also OBS messed up anyway, so when I corrected that after my first recording, yeah, I just realized bad things were happening. Did we have Scars? I'm just gonna say Scars. I know we had Azul, so as we get into Azul Scars custom character, let's see the sites here just to show you what I would have gotten. So this is 4 knowledge for ghost encounters specifically. And at this point, before I get into the code that I put at the beginning of the video, as we get knowledge, light, dexterity, strength, second encounter, and maybe Takushi-san, and a cough. My body. Is that you might be wondering, well, Jordan, if the character, well, at least in this version of PERM, basically gets her action speed increased after every enemy, why would you take the extra speed? Because it's extra speed. And I think it's going to make a difference because, as you saw there, we only get 1% per enemy defeated. And if you run away, you don't get that. In fact, you take -1 reason. But if we're to continue on with this, and we do have 2 custom mysteries, we left the same ones because I wanted to still play with certain custom mysteries. So Nails, Botanist, Metamorphosis, Demon Taxi, we didn't get it. Otherwise I could switch it, but we're going to stick with Taxi Demon for the moment. We also have Nails and Metamorphosis. Let's hope Demon doesn't have an encounter, and if it does, well, time for some fun. But the code at the very beginning of the run, as I check my threat levels really quickly, is basically the spell. So if I go hover over the spell after visiting this police station, I was going to say police station, I didn't fix the line break because I'm going crazy, but basically check to see if the next kick does extra damage, and basically the character will say something, or basically a message gets spit out if you're going to get bonus damage, but if you don't, then other things happen. Now, with Scars, I think I still want a weapon. The kick is a nice +1, but we actually still want a weapon here. So, because the critical hit only happens, or critical damage only happens on the kick action, and you have to hit it too. If you miss it, you lose it. I think I tested that out, and if not, well, I guess we'll see. Meat Cleaver not the best, but if we can fit in a kick, then maybe we get actually 8 guaranteed damage per turn. Yeah, that's the end of the sentence. So Metamorphosis Taxi, there is a human encounter down the line. I don't know if Demon is a human encounter, but we're in a human boss now. I might as well use it here. That way we feel a lot better. Now, again, we do have Scars going for us at the moment, but the event slapping us hard enough will make it so that the Scars... Usually Scars is a good backstory to play on because of the damage decrease on Harbinger difficulty specifically. But I should have just healed stamina there. That's free. I don't know why I just avoided it, but we'll deal. Nice 12 roll, by the way, game. This is a stamina boss, by the way, so that actually was a lot worse for me. But if we hit this, yeah, this is a guaranteed kick. This should do extra damage. And my next question now becomes whether or not I can basically guarantee a crit for another kick. Because if you saw what happened up on the top left, the enemy did take extra damage, so -4 health. That's the message I spit out, just to show it works. I don't need to, but it's nice to. And you know what? We're actually gonna brace here, so that we can desperate prep. Now I hope that we hit this kick. Otherwise, we should probably just handcuff, but. Probably could have option selected that, but it's fine. Low stakes here in World of War for the moment. 13 damage? Yeah. So, we were on Azul, by the way. I completely forgot. And now we lose. So that's another thing on non-Eldritch Parasite runs, is that if you lose the bath, you lose basically a free crit, because healing from the bath does proc the passive that I put in. So, by the way, yeah, 1 for each active curse. Does Azul count this? I think it's Morbid Inspire. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going crazy. It must be counting... No, I counted Hunger. I was about to say, because I thought you could toggle it, and if I did, then I shouldn't have gotten it. No bath, just making sure. Metamorphosis, in we go. For every 2 funds. If that's the case, we're going to wait for a moment, because we will be picking up cigarettes in Taxi. I should just run here. If we miss one of these eventually, I guess we handcuff. Because, yeah, the bone... I swear that we got bonus damage here. And then... we will drink the bottle of water. I didn't want to visit the hospital yet, but I guess we will do it now. And off we go. So, if you're wondering what I was doing, there was actually a request somewhere on the internet for me to, if I had the time to make a certain character, reason, right? Yeah. And I think I'm gonna fulfill that request, but it's gonna take a while. It'll take at least 2-3 weeks minimum, but it's probably gonna take longer than that, because at the end of the month, depending on how things go, my schedule will change, basically. So, shrug. Oh, man, I like it when I lose stamina. We actually just have to rest now, unless I want a tree for... No, because we have curse... Nah, both are questionable, but I want the reason now. We might as well just get super stamina healing done. So 3 rests, and off we go. If you lose more stamina than this, I have to think of what to do. So, check out the mask, get a mask. Lost Soul Mask, Blood Frenzy, that's probably going to be to our benefit, right? Yeah, and it's in inventory, so equipped counts as in inventory. It counts as in inventory, which is why I have 9 reason instead of 10, I suppose. Okay, I was about to say, if that wasn't something, I was going to get a little sad. Sharpening Stone, and then Strength. I probably should have grabbed it because, yeah, I just realized I don't have any more. Because I was supposed to avoid this Misery Parasite. We'll toss away 2 funds, but we keep 1 because that's better than... Out of funds exist. That's the primary reason. That's the long and short of it. And I've mentioned it before. I won't mention it this time. I won't explain why. Just know I keep 1 fund. It's like, Jordan, you're taking the Doom damage, but out of funds exist, which is arguably... Well, actually more than the 2 Doom from Azal. Anywho. Brace, attack, and pray, I guess. We could eventually throw out a stamina, a kick, I believe, but we might as well just continue hitting this, because why not? And I think we throw the empty bottle as well, so let's brace into a kick. This should do 6 damage, I believe. Yeah. And then we might just get out. Yeah, 8 damage. I'll prep the empty bottle just in case, but hey. And that's because of, technically, yeah, 2 curses and 1 fund equals 4 doom for the rule set. For the fund and the curse rule. Which again, so be it, right? Into taxi I go. So, would have liked the funds to buy another pack of cigarettes. That's not happening, so we're just going to grab the cigarettes from this. And Demon, I guess, is going to be where we... Oh, nice luck check, by the way. Where we use the cigarettes. Or at the end of taxi. Either or. I don't know if it was a purposeful design decision to give us a chance to get cigarettes, among other things, in that event before the end of Taxi, but I'll appreciate it. And off we go. Ow, my neck. What happens if we try to follow the instructions? We lose 1 funds and gain 1 stamina. That's... You know what? Let's find out. Let's find out if I run into out of funds. I know out of funds is more harmful, but this is a linked event, so nothing yet. And let's actually fight this. So, what's our action speed? Yeah, 0.97. We really only fought 3 enemies so far. I feel so sad. Anywho, I think if we hit both of these, we can desperate attack our way out. Question mark. Yeah, I think so. Right? This is. Yeah, this is actually 6, 12, 15 HP's worth of damage, I believe. Yeah. Get a map for our trouble. We don't have any funds, but we're just gonna risk the out of funds event because, I mean, we are running into a lot of thingamajiggies, but it's fine for the moment. And we actually get to use the PERM ally that comes from this mystery, but Occult Diary, we do want to use that, but first and foremost, we'll keep the... Being honest, we might even just want to run. I think only on ending A do you get the ally, so we're going to try it out. Actually, 3 stamina, 1 reason. We have to rest, actually, but it's worth it, in my opinion. I think we did have the second encounter check as well, so that's something I need to think about. But let's use the cigarettes now and find out what happens. So, let's take over the wheel, and we will use our gun later on if possible. So, I think we go right if I recall correctly. Gain distance, 1 stamina, take a shortcut, And things happened. Focus on the road for a reason. Gun, finally. The passenger in all caps. And there goes the thing. 10 experience there, plus other effects, possibly? I haven't looked under the hood. This is technically a very long mystery. Well, it's a longer mystery than I'd normally expect. So, 34 HP minus 2 all. I think we just go all out here. 73% chance to do 12 damage in the turn, and I guess here, well, we'll take a look. If we hit all of these, then I could throw the empty bottle without needing to worry so much. Never mind, yeah. Should have actually thrown the bottle. I didn't know, I didn't math, but it's fine. It's less fine. Could have saved 2 all. What's our Azol rule again? Injury, okay. I thought it was experience for a moment. I was like, oh, I didn't level up yet. Might as well level up, but you get the point. Probably maybe I wanted to heal stamina or reason instead, but it's fine for the moment. Keeping in mind that Azol could just tank this run with certain rules, really the experience rule, and I think there's one more, but we'll take Demon now to take care of it. Item in inventory, so we could sell the bandage, give us 1 fun. I was just worried that we might get an injury from one of these mysteries, but otherwise it could. Oh wait, no, we don't have enough reason, so we just take the hit in the face. I would like to rest, but our doom is getting a bit high. So we'll try to survive with what we've got. It's not looking good, though. So, and I think Restless does proc the extra thing anyway. So even if we don't have the bath available, we do, from Restless, I think we do proc the stamina gain passive here. Shrug. We'll take the doom, by the way. We'll increase doom but heal reason. Or heal reason by increasing doom, because you heal reason no matter what. But the problem is I'm running out of cigarettes, and we're going to be a bit slower later on. Although I am purposely taking doom here, so you know what? Monument time. And cross our fingers. Are we going to be okay here? I think this is prep attack, correct? Yes. So, 15 experience and a whole lot of wishing. Keep in mind, we have the inventory rule, so I guess we should. We don't need to keep any of these with us. Maybe the hand? Hold on. No, actually, let's do it. Yeah, because I don't know what's happening here. If this is a human enemy, I would be a little... Okay, it's an eldritch enemy. We do want to brace, but... let's use our attacks. I think we're out in 3 turns. 2... we'd have to gamble. I don't feel like gambling. Yeah, let's just brace again to be sure. I think we have... yeah, we have a crit on waiting on our kick. So, if I do Desperate Prep Strong, we can't do a kick. Well... what is this? 10. This should be real. So this is 5 plus 9. This kick should do 9 damage overall. Yeah, 9 damage overall. And off we go. Another level up waiting in the wings. 6 doom for... did the old coin come into our inventory and then penalize us? Or is it the 1 fund and the 3 curses? Or 2 curses. I think it might have been the old coin going into our inventory. Unless I forgot something. Item, injury, funds, curse. Yeah. Has to be the old coin then, right? Anywho. I didn't even look at what the last rule was. Spell learned. And theoretically, well, I don't think that counts. Let's find out if it counts. If I even make it to the end here. We thankfully never got the experience rule. That would have definitely lost us the run. But... should have actually thought about... yeah, I should have actually thought about increasing stamina or reason, and that's really unfortunate. We can't forget this, but yeah, we get experience for that, huh? Anywho, do we get to one-shot this? Perhaps? I'm just gonna go for it, because why not, right? Okay, good. We only needed to hit 2, by the way. But... so our doom is going to definitely increase by at least 4. So the problem is that, yeah, we have to get lucky in events and hope our doom doesn't increase. Well, again, if I at least displayed the passive here, I might move on to another character and try something with them. Because I actually was just working on something else for this character. But, you know, I guess I'll just see you in the next video!